Here is the full translation in American English, maintaining the original structure. In the competitive and dynamic world of business, the value of an organization is not only measured by its profits or reputation, but also by how it operates internally. Emily Dawson, an extraordinary businesswoman, demonstrated this in a way that few could have imagined. Instead of stepping into her role as a powerful leader, she chose to conceal her identity and immerse herself in the role of a regular cleaning employee. This was not just an experiment to evaluate company culture, but a journey to uncover the truth about the attitudes and behaviors of those running the organization. Emily Dawson, the founder and true owner of the leading tech company SpinTech, decided to carry out a bold and unexpected plan: to disguise herself as a cleaning employee in her own company. As someone who had built SpinTech from the ground up, Emily took great pride in its achievements and had high expectations for the culture and values of the organization. However, she felt the need to verify firsthand how the company was being managed, especially after entrusting her brother, Paul Dawson, to act as interim CEO. What troubled Emily was not the business results but how senior employees managed and treated others. Thus, she decided to hide her identity and blend into the role of a cleaning employee to observe the situation from an entirely different perspective. Dressed in a simple uniform, a blue shirt and black pants, Emily walked into SpinTech as a nobody, a stark contrast to the image of the powerful businesswoman everyone once knew. From the first day, she quickly noticed signs of a toxic culture within the company. Jeff Matthews, the interim CEO, was at the center of the problem. His arrogance and disrespect toward lower-level employees, especially those in so-called menial jobs like cleaning staff, immediately caught Emily's attention. He frequently made offensive comments and inappropriate moves, even harassing Emily without realizing that she was the actual owner of the company. Remarks such as, "You should be grateful to have this job," or, "If you play your cards right, I might get you a better position," were not only insulting, but also clear signs of abuse of power. In the weeks that followed, Emily uncovered deeper issues within the management system. It wasn't just Jeff Matthews. Several other senior leaders also displayed disdain for employees and abused their positions of power. Mrs. Theobald, the head of marketing, often belittled and disrespected her subordinates, while Mr. Carter, the CFO, was caught misusing company funds for personal purposes. Emily understood that to rebuild SpinTech on a foundation of respect and innovation, she needed to act decisively, but also gather sufficient evidence to ensure no valuable employees were overlooked in the process. The turning point came when Jeff Matthews crossed the line. One day, he openly threatened Emily, saying that if she didn't comply with his personal demands, her job would be terminated immediately. Faced with such unacceptable behavior, Emily decided it was time to reveal her true identity. The next day, she walked into SpinTech looking entirely different, wearing a pristine white suit and exuding confidence and authority. During an all-hands leadership meeting, she stepped forward and introduced herself as Emily Dawson, the founder and owner of the company. The room fell into stunned silence as every eye turned toward her. Jeff Matthews, who had repeatedly disrespected her, turned pale upon realizing he had been threatening the ultimate decision-maker. Emily didn't stop at exposing the truth. She candidly pointed out the misconduct of Jeff and other leaders and announced the immediate dismissal of those who had contributed to creating a toxic environment within the company. She also committed to restructuring SpinTech, rebuilding its culture on the pillars of respect, innovation, and accountability. Employees who had once been looked down upon now gazed at her with admiration and gratitude. Emily not only restored justice for herself but for all those who had suffered injustices within the company. Under her leadership, SpinTech quickly emerged from its dark past to become a symbol of rebirth and success. Emily's story is not just a lesson in courage and fairness, but a powerful reminder that no one should be underestimated based on appearances or their position in society. When Emily donned the simple uniform, she stepped into a different world, one where power didn't lie in her hands, but in those who disdained and mistreated lower-ranking roles. From the offensive remarks of interim CEO Jeff Matthews to the cold arrogance of other senior managers, Emily witnessed firsthand a reality far from what she had envisioned when building SpinTech. But instead of reacting immediately, she chose to observe and document, gradually exposing the true nature of those in power. Emily Dawson is not just a talented businesswoman. She embodies humanity and integrity, values deeply reflected in her every action. In a business world where profit often overshadows ethics and people are easily reduced to mere tools, Emily chose an entirely different path. As the founder and owner of SpinTech, a leading tech company in New York, she had every right to command from afar. Yet she relinquished her privileges, donned the uniform of a cleaning employee, and assumed a role no one could have anticipated. This was not an impulsive act, but a well-thought-out plan to uncover the truth about how her company was being run and to test the true character of those she had trusted. Her journey not only exposed injustices, abuses of power and arrogance among some in management, but also highlighted the core values of patience and compassion. Emily's actions carried profound humanity, as she didn't stop at uncovering and addressing wrongful behaviors. She laid the groundwork for a culture of respect and fairness at SpinTech. By personally experiencing the lives of those in the lowest positions, Emily demonstrated that the true value of a leader does not lie in status or authority, but in empathy and the ability to inspire. During her time posing as a cleaning employee, she endured disrespect, offensive remarks, and even harassment from people she could have easily dismissed outright. But instead of reacting with anger or haste, Emily chose to remain calm, observe, and wait for the right moment to act. This is a clear manifestation of humanity, the sacrifice of personal ego to serve a greater purpose. Emily's surprising appearance at the board meeting was not just a moment of upheaval, but a profound lesson in karma and accountability. When she revealed her true identity, the room's silence reflected the shock she delivered. Those who had disrespected her now faced the consequences of their actions. Yet, what made Emily's actions extraordinary was her focus not just on punishing wrongdoers, but on giving opportunities and trust to those who deserved it. She emphasized that SpinTech would no longer merely be a place for making money, but would become an environment of innovation, respect, and humanity. This not only rebuilt the company, but also spread a powerful message about the value of people in business. Emily's actions remind us that in any organization, from cleaning staff to top executives, everyone deserves respect and fair treatment. Her proactive stand against misconduct not only resolved specific issues, but also inspired all employees with her courage and integrity. Emily showed that a company can only truly succeed when everyone within it feels valued and has the opportunity to grow. Her journey was not just about reclaiming personal honor, but also a revolution in leadership thinking and corporate culture. Emily Dawson's story is not just a lesson for SpinTech, but a profound message for every business and individual. The value of an organization lies not in its profits or reputation, but in how it treats the people who contribute to its success. Emily proved that regardless of status or power, people are always the core, and humanity is the strongest foundation for building lasting success. Her actions are a reminder that change, whether small or monumental, begins with compassion and integrity. And when those values are upheld, not just a company but society as a whole becomes better. With patience and sharp intellect, Emily not only uncovered weaknesses in organizational culture but also demonstrated to the world the power of justice and integrity. Her experiment was not just a lesson for SpinTech but a wake-up call for all businesses about the value of ethics and respect for people.